Hi everyone, welcome back to a new series of Tidbits videos that we are relaunching for this year. We're super excited to show you some of the new features of version 3 of Karamba3D, which has been recently released. Upon installation, you will notice there's a new toolbar in your Grasshopper menu. Firstly, you can change the physical units, for example, the unit system from imperial to metric here, or the geometric input units of your Rhino or Grasshopper geometry. Make sure to recompute your file if you're changing any of these physical units. You can also toggle the parametric UI and the work in progress components by simply clicking it here. Also, a great new feature is that you can even set the language. At the moment, we have Spanish available, which you can simply set here, and you can see the user interface now has been adjusted for Spanish, and we will be continuously updating in the future for additional languages. Lastly, you can also adjust the Karamba3D settings by editing the file here temporarily or for every user. And here you can find links to the documentation, tutorials, and manual as well. So we've slightly adapted the previous line to beam and mesh to shell components. We have created a new component called create linear element, which allows you to create beams or trusses automatically, or the mesh to shell component has been converted to a create surface element, which you can create shells or membranes directly. Also, the assemble model component has been slightly adjusted with the options in a separate drop-down menu. So a feature that many of you have requested has been the implementation of load combinations. And now in Karamba3D version 3, it is possible to do so. The setup of load cases is exactly the same. The only thing to note is that you should usually use a string to set up the names for your load cases. If you were to set up a load case using a number, it will automatically be converted into a string as following. If you want to set up a load case combination, you should use the load case combinator component, and you can use regular expressions to create multiple rules for each load combination. The load combination settings component allows you to set the type of calculation, whether it's first order or second order theory for a specific load case or load combination. All load cases and load combinations should be gathered together in one input as the load for our assemble model. Also, we've revamped the Optimise Cross Section component to now optimize your cross sections according to different load cases or load combinations for utilization or displacement criteria. You can also see a list of indexes for elements which are not meeting a specific criteria by using the max view output as follows. This is a list of indexes of the elements which can be also plugged in to the view of your model view if you want to actually visualize them in your Rhino viewport as such. So now that you've performed your optimization and analyzed the different load cases and different load combinations, we can visualize the results. Using the load case selector component, you can visualize results for each load case or load combination. For example, here now we see all the load cases, load combinations, and if we have multiple load combinations with the same name, we can actually filter them out by separate load combination, or you can also filter out the results according to the min or maximum values using this component. And results can be selected according to leading properties, for example, section forces, for displacements, or for reaction forces in your supports. A new component called the reaction view allows you to control the reaction forces and visualize them according to different rendering methods, for example, filtering per different directions, and scaling them according to different inputs. Lastly, it is also possible to export your model to a SAF, structural analysis format file, and this can be read into many different structural FE programs for you to do further detailed analysis of your structural models. Here's a SAF model that has been imported in the viewer, and here you can see, for example, a model directly fed from Karamba with the different load cases, loads, load combinations, and elements and cross sections implemented. To find out more information, you can simply visit the SAF website. Lastly, a new feature found in the Utilities tab of Karamba3D is the Surface To Truss component. This allows you to input a untrimmed surface and simply create different types of truss configurations based on these surfaces. Here you can see the different inputs that can be created: a Pratt truss, Warren truss with verticals, K truss, diamond straight, and Virendale truss. And using a value list here, I can simply scroll through and select different truss designs. And using the different inputs here, I can toggle the direction of the U and V direction of my surface. Thank you very much for listening to this video. We're super excited for everyone to use the new version of Karamba3D, and we'll be showing you many more new features in more detail in upcoming Tidbit videos. Thanks everyone.